With a wheelchair, you're really going to want to use a kicking shield. Working a kicking range and punching range from a seated position is multiple levels, and you have to have the opponent move to you or away from you. It's a limitation of being in a seated position, is that you are giving up the mobility. It is a very serious limitation, and it's something you have to be aware of. And so you have to be more manipulative with your techniques to drive your opponent to move the way you want them to move. Okay? Everyone should be trying to control the fight. Everyone should be trying to get this guy to do what you want, not what they want. All right? But in a seated position, it's even more important. Move up to that blue square, turn sideways, please. Step number 1. There's no front leg, back leg anymore. Right? There's only leg. So, what you do is you'll work one leg, 3 different kicks. You don't have a roundhouse kick necessarily from a seated position. So, we will skip the roundhouse kick and add another kick to you guys at the end. Everyone can practice this. Everybody gets excited, does the 3 kicks. You're standing and you go, but I want to do the cool one from the seated position too. I want to do it. That one was really cool. Okay, but the reason we save it for a seated position is because they don't have a roundhouse kick that really works from a seated position. So we're going to start with the front kick. Okay, the front kick. And so I'm going to hold this bag and I'm going to put it on my leg, because your front kick needs to stomp my thigh or my knee. Okay? And I'm going to put it on this leg because he's going to start with his right leg. Okay? And he's got his hands up, and he's going to do that stomp, which stops me in my tracks and bends me over. He's going to lean forward, and he's going to throw the strikes at the head. Okay? The jab, the cross, and the hook. Right? So he's going to stomp me, and then I'm going to come up here, and I'll just hold it up for him. Now, there's another way we can do it. If you've got multiple kicking shields, this could also be a focus mitt, but I prefer this because it's a bar. And I can just put it up here and he can punch, okay? Put it on my arm, hold it on. This is a Muay Thai shield, okay? Put it on my forearm, put this one here, and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to step in, he's going to kick it, stop it, and boom, 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 okay? And if I do this right, you went all the way through. Do the kick, now throw a jab, throw a cross, and then I can turn it into the hook like this. I can open it up, okay? I can just open it up into a hook, and he can sink it in. All right? So we step in, kick, 1, jab, cross, hook. Okay? Jab, cross, hook. All right? And that's how we can work this drill from a seated position. Go. Good. And when you're punching, stay relaxed, stretch out your shoulders, and breathe. Let's hear it. Ready? Go. There you go. And then come back and do your cover. Okay? Then we say, well, what about that side kick? What about that side kick? How are we going to do a side kick from here? Well, we have a version of the side kick that we can do from a seated position, which is a stomp or a cross stomp. Okay? And we also have a thing where if you can roll your knee over, if you've got the mobility to roll your knees over, you can push in and turn your toe in like that. And that stomp goes, yeah, but it actually comes from out here. That's a little bit easier. See, that's a stomp down low. So you can't necessarily front kick out here, but you can turn your foot out and side kick out here. Okay? It's just a matter of manipulation of the foot. To kick out here with a front kick, you've got to open up your groin and kick out. But to do a side kick, you actually close your groin and kick out. So if you can, you want to do that. And when you do that, it moves me down, and you want to reach across with this punch. Same concept, right? It's the same concept, but you're throwing that cross now, just like we did up here. You see it plays out the same way because human bodies are human bodies. Okay? So even though we're working at this angle out here, somebody's coming in from the side, you stop them, you reach across your body. All right? And you throw that cross punch first, because with that torque and that turning and the reaching across your bodies, turning and spinning on your spine, your hands are going to be close to evenly distanced. So you lose some of the advantage of the cross being longer than the jab. So you sit this here, and as I bend over, you stretch out, and that extends your jab. Because now you're fighting at an angle. Okay? So you want to throw the cross first, then the jab, and then the hook. So you do your side, boom, boom, and that hook. Okay? Now the third one we want to work on is not technically working from long distance in. okay? But I wanted to include it so that all my seated practitioners have a third one they can work, and all of you that are standing, if you want to practice sitting, you can see how important this is. This is medium to close range, okay? And the reason we're including medium to close range is because some of my seated students don't have any use of their legs, okay? Or very limited use of their legs. And so we're going to work a drill where you're going to do a grab long range and pull down to your lap, and you're going to drive long to close, or middle to close, excuse me. We're going to drive medium range to close range. All right, so let me show you technique number 3. It's medium range to close range. If you don't have use of your legs, then we need to take our arms and use them as the primary weapon, with the understanding that if we can bring people in, we can use really close range stuff. All right? So what I like to do, if I've got a full kicking shield, I'll put it up here. He's going to grab the full shield, okay? And he's going to pull it in by turning his elbows down and pulling into his chest. Okay? So pulling into his chest bends me over. Okay? In real life, let go. What we're doing here is I'm coming in and doing here, and he's going to reach up, and if he can grab me there, that's great. If I start to pull away, let go. If I start to pull away and he can't reach me, but my arms are here, he's just going to grab my arms. If he can grab my elbows, even better. Right? He's got my sleeves. And he's going to pull to his chest, because he doesn't want to pull me down. If he pulls me downward, he's using his lats, but he's not using them to constrict. And so I'm going to fight back. But if he pulls inward, he pulls me off balance. And now he's pulling me downward at an angle. And now he's right here. Okay? So that's your technique number 1. Instead of a kick, it's a grab and pull. Okay? Now we throw combos. All right? And we're going to throw a combo that I personally really, really, really love. This feeds your opponent right into strike number 3. Okay? So, since we're working the right side, he's going to grab my elbows because it's more fun this way, and pull me in, and then he's going to take his right hand and shoot straight across my chin. Up and through. Okay? And as he does that, he's turning me. Grab. Pull me and throw the hook. Boom. And then as I fall down here, he's just going to let go of me, grab me again, or let me go, and then he's just going to hammer fist me with whatever hand he wants. Boom. Right? So the really cool thing about this technique is number 3, if you've got a weak side or a strong side, you can play to it. Now I like you to switch. I like you to go up, grab, hook, and hammer fist. That's what I like you to do. Okay? So you grab me, pull me in, and then punch up, grab, hammer, hook, yeah, and then hammer fist. I love that because you're putting them right down the side of your chair. But let's suppose that this hand is relatively weak, and so you're stronger on your left. Okay, so you grab me, you push up through me to grab my shoulder. This one, do this one, go ahead. So that's relatively weak, but I'm starting to fight back, so you're going into the thing. Now throw that hook. Boom, now throw that hammer fist, same hand. Boom, right? You just start working. You guys have already learned the one-arm bandit, right? So one-handed technique shouldn't be a problem for you. Hook, hammer fist, hook, hook, overhand, overhand. Punch him down with one hand, while that other hand's just holding on and guiding him off your chair. So I really like that, but we're not technically going from long distance to middle. We're going from middle to close. Okay? But if you don't have use of your legs, middle is where your fight starts. All right? And that is our kicking lead-in with combos drill. I want you to take the 3 drills we taught, practice them 20 times each. If you have any questions, rewind and watch the videos again. After you've done 20 times each, switch your feet and do them again with the other leg, 20 times each. If that's too much for you, go to 10 times each. But the goal is, as soon as you can do it, you should be adding 1. If you can do 10, go to 11. Once you can do 11 each, go to 12. Up to the point where you're training this drill 20 times each.